Hi, everybody. We have a huge surprise today. Big reveal. Well, no, it's not a surprise. Big reveal.
Yeah.
Big news. So don't want to miss it. So here we are in our garage. Kristen, why don't you get in front of the camera? So here we are in our garage because we have a big, big surprise. Big reveal today. Huge. What could that be? It is our new van.
Isn't she pretty?
Finally.
She's really pretty.
She is. It's a Pacifica, which we love. Look at that. The door opens by itself. The little button. Push of a button.
Well, we could have still had that, but you lost both our set of keys.
Oh, just get it. I did not lose both. We agreed the other night. I lost one. So we're going to actually go for a little ride with you and show you how it drives and how we both can sit and fit in the car. So she's going to get into the lockdown, hopefully quick, because I'm freezing. So here's what it looks like. She's just going to lock right into that base down there. And then I should have backed in. This is only the second time I've actually been in the car. But I should have definitely backed in because I don't know if I have enough room to turn around. I did turn around last time, right? I made it.
I thought you did. Don't hit anything.
You know what? I'm going to pause and back in, and then we'll come back. Okay, we're back. Backing in, much easier. Although you did miss, I did get stuck. But we won't show that tape. And I just locked right in. And here's a button that you can use.
Yeah, it's way under there.
Oh, okay. So here's the screen, which is nice. She has her iPhone, which is connected, so she can make calls.
All right, so we'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
So here's the main box. This kind of runs everything.
What's that noise?
Oh, it's the lift is going up.
Okay.
This is the main box. Everything's run through here, basically. It took me a few times to get used to the sequence of how to turn it on, but here we go. So you push to wake up the system. It's woken up. You hit accept. Then you hit the start button, so the ignition goes on. Put the brake on. And hit the start button.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh, shoot. Sorry about that.
Let's turn the heat off in the back.
Really?
Well,
I
it's
just
loud.
figured out how to get it on.
Oh, okay. So she has to wait for the system to kind of do its little thing. So here comes the.
So I know now that it's everything's good. So I just have to set the accelerator and the brake. And
Kind of just testing everything works.
It just tests the system every single time I use it, which you'd think would be good, but it's really not.
No, it is good. It's just kind of a pain.
Now we were lucky with this van because the shift button, can you see the shift button? Is actually just a little knob everybody uses, and because I could reach it and use it, we didn't have to put that into this box in this system.
Which is nice.
Makes a lot less things that can break.
Yes, because this system right here, this box, is what we lost on the other car. It was done.
Yep.
So hopefully this will last longer because it's less complicated.
So on this side, here's the brake and accelerator. So I back to brake and push to accelerate.
Which is opposite of what they really like to do.
Right.
But our very first car, we had two handles, red and green, and one was gas and one was brake, and you pulled for both of them. And so we were used to pulling to brake, and we were very afraid of trying to switch to, in an accident, our first instinct is to pull back. So
even though normally it would be better to push because you're going in that direction
right.
Anyway. But
we do this way better. So they did let us change that, which was good.
Okay, so I just push the lever down. Oh, and also, so this is still connected to the wheel. So the wheel still turns.
And the airbag is still in there.
And it's still an airbag, which saved my life the last time.
Yes.
So, yay for the airbag.
Yep. And so she's just gonna.
And this way, also somebody else can drive it as well with the regular steering
Don't go in
wheel.
reverse. We're going forward, but.
No, I have to go in reverse. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So you get to see the reverse. This is the screen. It's a really nice screen. It's actually nicer than Michael's. Don't you think? You can see better.
Oh, definitely.
There's our house back there.
All right, you're supposed to be showing the car,
I
not
am.
our tree.
I was showing the camera. So now she's in drive. Now, you said that's really easy to push, right? You were worried, but
Yeah.
it's easy to turn.
Well, it's a lot easier when they let you put the car on first.
Yeah. And we're off. So I'm locked in. Same thing over here. She's locked in over there. Which these lockdowns are, they're fierce. There's nothing getting, this chair is not moving in these lockdowns. We have a very large bolt underneath our chair, which comes down and then it catches right into the lockdown. And that's what, Kristen did not move in that accident. And that was that was a very forceful
That was a head-on collision.
stop. And she didn't go anywhere. Well, your legs did, but what are you going to do? Why don't we go over to the school? Are they closed? Yeah. And so here we are, going to drive through our neighborhood.
Here's Mrs. Car.
Who?
It wasn't there. Now, for those of you who don't know, the grand total for this van, the van and the equipment that was put in, the total is $142,000.
Was that much, huh?
Yeah.
And people think that, a person in a wheelchair can afford that. That's more than most houses.
Well, yeah, a lot of houses. And I don't want to live in here. But I like it and all, but
Yeah. So, luckily, Kristen did qualify for state help to pay for the equipment, but we still had to pay for the van and the lowered floor and the ramp. That's not part of what the state pays. So we paid. The van was what?
No, Kelly. Everything is paid for except for the van.
Oh, so why did we pay for the van?
What we paid for the van?
Yeah.
It was about 40.
So, $40,000 for just the van.
Yeah. Which
That
normally I would not buy a $40,000 car.
No, but that's what there's only certain vans that they will put this equipment in and then that they can. So it's the Toyota Sienna, which we liked, and that's what Kristen had. But the new one, Siennas, weren't as big as the Pacifica. There's a lot more room, and since there's two of us, we really wanted and needed the extra space. So we decided to go with the Pacifica. But they also do an Odyssey, the Toyota, and a Dodge Caravan, which is what my husband has. But we just have a ramp. He drives it.
There's also a truck too, which is what I really want.
Yeah, pickup truck. Yeah, that's just not practical right now.
We should do a split thing on that one because that's really cool.
Yeah, we could show one. So let me see if I can. Okay, so here I am now. Now you can see me. But that's very close up. I'm not sure I want to be doing that. So she picked. Oh, your phone's falling. We picked this up. It took what a year and a half,
months.
a year and 8 months.
Yep.
So a year and 8 months. She got this car. We have not driven for a year and 6 months, and we've only had one car that we could actually get in and use, which we found to be very difficult because here I am trying to do this. I'm trying to hold her phone, which is going to fall, so that's why I'm.
You still got your face? They don't want to see your face. They want to see the car.
Well, I showed them the car and driving through the neighborhood. They don't want to see that anymore, right? They don't want to see that anymore. So we're actually going to go pull into a
Elementary school.
elementary school parking lot. So let me switch
Where both
back
of
here.
your boys learned to drive.
Yes.
I'm afraid I was going to have forgotten how to drive.
No, you didn't, though. You're doing good.
I know.
So, yeah, this is where we brought both our boys to learn how to drive. And I'm going to be trying to practice. So, this will be fun. It wasn't built for me. It was built for Kristen, obviously. And it is, for Kristen because the state is paying for it. But we were hoping that I would be able to drive as well. And so I got in it yesterday. And I am able to fit because our chairs are different and our controllers are on different sides. So it makes everything so much more complicated. But I am able to. I'm not as close as I'd like to be. And so that's why I kind of want to practice in a parking lot before I actually go out into the real world. So that's what we're going to do now. Make sure you follow all the directions to the enter and do not enter. They're very specific around here. There's still teachers here. Wow. All right, so do you want to park maybe somewhere in the sun, Chris, so it's not as cold?
Okay. Why?
I'm going to get out. You're getting out and I'm getting in.
Oh.
I just said that. Didn't you hear me? Listen, I'm telling everybody.
No, I was driving.
Because I'm going to practice. Hopefully you can move my control for me. So how's the wheel there? Because Michael moved it. Do you notice?
Yeah, because it's the wheel straight's going that way now. The knob.
Oh, we can probably fix that.
Well, no, I know we can, but I wish you had told me before I started driving and wondering why the wheel wasn't working.
I told you that he moved it.
Yeah, but I thought you just moved it. Why?
Where are you going?
In the sun. You said go in the sun.
Oh, right. She's cranky.
And so this is actually the only type of car we ever learned to drive on. And I will say it's really nice on first dates because guys just really think this is the coolest thing ever. They're little boys.
Yep. Boys love little toys.
Yep. So it's a nice icebreaker.
Yeah, people ask, is this hard to drive? And it's not really hard to drive because we've only, our first van was very different from these.
Yeah, it was different.
But, I mean, it was still, the base was the same. And so that's the only way we know how to drive is this way.
So just show this is where
So she's turning everything off.
And it wants you to turn the whole system off. That's the only kind of thing that's a pain because it literally takes you 5 minutes to get in the car and start it.
Which is kind of annoying, but... All right, and then right here is where I push to get out of the lockdown. Here, Chris, here's your phone. You need a place to put that where it won't fall. All right, so just unlocked. And I'm going to... I'll pause, and then once I'm settled in and sitting, then Kristen will take over. The thing I want to do is just put my back up a little bit.
All right, so now, wait, is this the first time you're driving?
This is the first time I've driven in probably longer than
Why am I in the car? I thought it was very nice. I drove the first time by myself, so if anything happened, it was just going to be me.
That's not nice.
You're taking me with you here.
So yeah, Kristen had the car and she was working full time. So I rarely have been driving probably for the past 2.5 years.
Oh dear God.
So here we go. And on a brand new car.
Oh dear God.
So brake.
Yeah.
Oh, that is easy. I don't like, this seems shorter, Chris. Is it?
No. Why are you going? Okay.
Oh. Stop.
is fun. It is a little far. I wish I could just be a little closer.
Doesn't seem far to me, but whatever.
Chris, I'm far.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Because you're stopping short.
Well, again,
I hate driving with other people.
Yeah, you're not a good passenger. There's these features.
All right, why don't you go right up here?
All right.
For anyone watching who doesn't live in New England, here's our snow.
Yeah. And actually, a lot of it's gone.
Yeah.
Should I go up this way?
Yeah. Jeez. Kelly, it's really sensitive. You can't push
I
that
know.
hard.
Well, that's what I'm trying to gauge, Chris, so I know. Yeah, I couldn't drive long. Like a long trip with this. So if Kristen and I are going anywhere together, she will always be driving, which she loves. And if I ever just need to drive, then it'll just be me, because Kristen can't sit in that lockdown. Which is fine, because normally she does drive all the driving, so always has.
Because I'm a control freak.
And I will say this, and I'll just say it once. She's a very good driver.
I got it on tape, too.
Of course, that's after you had that accident.
Which wasn't my fault.
I know. But you're probably a better driver because you drove all the time, because you wouldn't let me drive.
No, I just had a natural ability. Our driving teacher said the same thing.
Oh, good Lord. So
Yeah, where did I go? The first thing I went was to give your kid something because he forgot it.
I know, it's funny, huh? But aren't you happy you can do those things again?
Oh, yeah.
This is really easy to drive.
It is really easy. I mean, even you're doing okay with it.
So funny. All right, I'm going to just go back home.
Yep. So, this is it. The new van.
Thank God. That's all I can say.
I know. You people have no idea.
It's been like, I don't know how we did it for so long with just one car. Because when Kristen and I had to be places different, we only had one car.
Yep.
And we had to do that for a year and a half.
And I was working weekends, too, so.
Somebody would have to drive her. My poor mother. 75 years old, driving back and forth East Greenwich. And then Christopher started driving, so that was nice.
Well, which was really nice is he always needed a licensed driver in the car with him.
Right, so.
All right, everybody. Say goodbye.
Okay.